don't like looking in your eyes when I say that.
Yeah,
That's
it
weird.
is
I'm
a
just gonna
little,
look back down while I say it.
It's a bit a little awkward. Man, you good? You need to clear out your throat?
Unique New York.
Yeah, so what are you drinking there?
This is water, chow.
That's a lie.
I'm on the healthy diet of water.
What was it, water Rita? Watermelon Rita?
Yep.
I just saw you pouring
Water,
into your cup
watermelon. What's the difference?
with a little bit of alcohol.
I mean, I think,
God knows how much sugar in it.
there's a lot. Yeah, too much, honestly. Way too much.
No, it's not bad. I mean, I've actually enjoyed it. It's more like a Jolly Rancher drink with alcohol.
Yeah, which is strong. Not strong in the alcohol sense, but strong in the taste sense.
Yeah,
it's a little too much.
I
wish it was weaker. I really do.
On the sweetness?
Yeah.
Because the sweet, like the sugar amount just really kind of hits your taste buds.
If you drink a lot of them, it's not like good for you. Like it's.
How much is a lot?
I don't know.
Because
like,
the cans are only.
Yeah, well, sometimes I get the big cans.
There's big
so
cans?
if I drink, there's big ones like this big. If I drink 2 of those, that's like more than enough for me. It's just you can't drink a lot of this stuff. You really can't.
Really?
Yeah, it's bad for you.
Overkill.
Throw up and shit.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's gross.
Yeah. Well,
even if you're not drunk, you will throw up.
Fortunately for
because
me,
it's
I'm a
gross.
lightweight, so 1 can will do.
1 can will probably do it.
Yeah,
Yeah.
do enough. But interestingly enough, last week I ran into some news regarding Mortal Kombat 11. Did you see the trailer?
No.
Okay.
I like good games, Chow. So your Tetris and your Mortal Kombat and your Pong.
Wow, you're just shitting on me left and right. God damn.
I'm just saying.
I'm
just saying. Bring in some.
I'm here giving you all the support for your VR development. You come around the back corner and just shit on me.
All right, what's different about Mortal Kombat?
It's not.
11?
It's not so much as what's different. I would say there are. Apparently, we've got some developers in the gaming community that are going full blown activists.
Okay.
Yeah. So there was an intro. I was watching, because you can go on YouTube, you can kind of spoil it yourself, even though like the odds of you buying the title are very slim. More or less is just because like you want to be very cautious because you know how it is nowadays. You have to be. You don't want to be the early bird that buys the game, and then you come to find out you only bought like maybe $30 worth of content.
Yeah. Yeah.
So
that's kind of how I roll. Absolutely.
Nothing wrong with that. I was watching some of the. I came across some intros of all the characters, and it's got Shao Khan, our infamous bad guy, the antagonist of the Mortal Kombat series, who comes out and literally says, "Let's make Outworld great again."
Let's make what?
Let us make Outworld great again.
That's awesome.
Yeah, I was just, I was kind of like, it's got a nice ring to it, and then you get obviously you get a lot of people really upset about it.
Oh, it's funny.
It's
all in good. He's not in. I mean, I could see people getting upset on both sides.
Yeah.
Because on one side, they're like, oh, is he trying to say that Trump is cool, blah, blah, blah. But on the other side, he's the villain, and he's saying that. So you can kind of say they're saying Trump is a villain. I'm
not even sure if they're trying to be an activist or they're really just poking fun at the political climate.
I've been catching up on that show Supernatural. Have you seen that show? They have like 13 seasons. I think this is the last season.
Wasn't it like a Fox series originally?
No, it's what's that channel? The one that always has like. Oh shit! I forgot what channel. Anyway, doesn't matter.
Nobody watches TV.
It's like 13 seasons, but I've been catching up because I think this is their last season, and I was just catching up, and one of the guys was talking to Satan, and he was like, "Come on, man! All I believe in is making hell great again." And this black dude looks at him like. It's just really funny because that was like a call out to the Trump thing. I thought it was funny.
Yeah,
it was funny.
I don't see the issue with it.
I don't see the issue. Yeah. It's funny.
Some people, and then here's where it gets really interesting because obviously, YouTube's gonna have a lot of content that'll spoil the games. And there's a scene where you have Jax, the one with the metal arms.
Okay, all right. Yeah, I liked him.
Yeah, and he talks about. I don't have time for people to get woke, and so he sped things up, and I was like, wait, what? And then literally there's a scene of him like in front of the city with his I guess it's his wife and kids. Okay. And it's like Wakanda.
Okay.
So I wasn't sure. It's like it was really cringe. But I don't know. I just don't know where I side on this one. But I mean, if the developers if this is their way of getting being an activist, I would say they certainly have failed. But if they're poking fun at the political climate, it's like,
yeah, I think it's okay to poke fun. Poking fun is fine, even if it's not on the side you agree with. Who cares? Yeah. It's just poking fun.
And then on top of that, I've also got like, cause I'm also a part of this video game fan community. It's got like 33,000 people posting whatever.
Like on Facebook.
Yeah.
Okay.
And it's one of those like fan community type.
I'm part of a few of those.
Yeah, and they're really cool, just to help you keep you up to date with what's going on, what's out on the store shelves. And some kid, I was trying to go back and look for that post, but some kid posted something where he got really upset that, the female designs are now, I don't know, I guess they're watered down. They're more covered up because they
see, that's what I thought you were gonna say about Mortal Kombat.
Yeah, no.
Whenever you started saying that there was some political activists going on, I was like, did they take away the titties? No, why would they do that?
They took away the titties, but I mean, here's the thing, like, okay, because you remember even in like the movies, I mean, it wasn't all scantily clad, females. I mean, they were wearing high heels, God forbid. I never really saw the point of that. It's just like, can you really fight in high heels?
You could stab somebody with a high heel.
Yeah, in the eyeball.
I had a friend that happened to once. Top of the head.
Oh, shit.
Yeah, bleeding everywhere.
Crazy. There you go, high heels, potential what? That's like common sense laws against high heels. There you go. Ban them all.
They're dangerous. They really are.
I'm wondering what the death rate on those are.
Probably very small, Joe. Probably very small. That doesn't mean it doesn't hurt. Right?
Well, no, I'm not saying it wouldn't. I mean, I wouldn't want to get stabbed in the eyeball with one.
I wouldn't know. It'd be terrible. That might kill you, depending on how deep it goes, I guess.
Well, how much force would it require to go?
I don't think eyeballs are that strong.
What about the skull?
Skull's pretty strong.
Yeah.
I don't think it'll go through a skull.
It could.
I mean, maybe if you put like a knife on it.
Like a hammer.
And put some weight behind it.
Yeah. A lot of force behind it.
Yeah, like
they did take away our famous titties and bouncing around, kind of like your DOA.
The good physics. Yeah,
yeah, they definitely took away those. But I didn't have a problem with the new design of the females. It felt more grounded. There were more. It seemed more practical. A lot more matured. Yeah, I mean, come on, let's be honest, man. Mortal Kombat's been around for a very long time. You're a little irritated.
No, it's fine. It's fine. No, I had it on the Sega Genesis. That was my first taste of Mortal Kombat.
Yeah, pixelated tits.
It was awesome. I liked that game. It was never as good as my other friends because they got really into it. They knew like all the specials and stuff. How to. I only knew like one.
Here's where gamers really need to be upset. Apparently, there have been articles coming out saying that some guy did a calculation of what it took to get all the skins and the perks through the game. You had two choices. One, you could spend if you were to get everything. Mortal Kombat 11. Okay. If you were to get all the skins, either you spend like I think it was $6,400.
Okay.
Worth of microtransaction. Like, wow. And then, or you could spend like 34,000 hours grinding.
Wow.
Through it's obnoxious.
That's too much. That's too much.
Yeah.
I like games like Apex right now where they have the microtransactions, but they're not in your face, and it's not a big deal. And if you want to buy them, that's cool. If you don't, that's cool. It's not going to really change anything. And so I like that. And I like to know that you can easily work and get those, like 34,000 hours or whatever you said that's not easy work. It's like a lifetime.
It is a lifetime.
Like that's not fair.
Life isn't fair, but then again, I can't justify $60 if that news comes out before anybody pulls out their wallet and shells out $60 for, and they hear that news first. There's going to be a lot of hesitation in the game or making that purchase on that title.
Right.
Now, I mean, for the most part, a lot of my friends were, married, have kids. They still want a game, but they don't have the time to spend on it. I'm starting to wonder, like, are games these days are becoming a little unsustainable?
What do you mean?
Well, one, the cost to making them. Then you have got two, on the consumer side, like the hours required to spend on these games.
Yeah.
I've had a friend who asked me like if we were gonna do gaming reviews or whatnot, and I had to be honest. Quite frankly, the most we could do is probably, just talk our shit about it. Based on what we hear, what we know. It's not like we can go out, buy a title because that costs money, and then two, spend the hours necessary to take notes. I mean, like, if anything, reviewing movies seem more sustainable,
right?
Just buy a
couple hours,
done. Done.
Yeah.
Take your notes, shell it out. But I don't want to focus on just games or movies. I just kind of want to focus on overall tech, kind of help bring our thoughts and views onto these subjects, and what it means for us as consumers.
Right.
Is that a fair assessment?
I see what you're saying.
But he was really pushing for gaming reviews. It was like, hey, thanks for your support, but I
would like to do some gaming reviews, but I was thinking of just focusing on like VR.
Yeah,
and
I'm more on VR just because it's so early in the game.
Exactly. So it's more tech based than anything really. Like technically it's a game review, but honestly it's really about tech. Like what is this game doing different in VR? That sort of thing. Being on the cutting edge of it. That's kind of
AR and VR.
AR too.
I don't want to exclude
but I need an
AR.
AR headset to do that. But absolutely.
Well, don't they? Are they still giving out like testing head units like for developers?
I don't know if they're giving out. Maybe. I'm sure you'd have to apply for it and get approved and all that kind of stuff. And
I came across an old music video. I forgot to mention about the League of Legends from last year. Where they did a music video, because you know how every year they do a music video. Last I recall, it was with what was that band called? Something Dragons.
Are you saying the game League of Legends does a music video?
Yeah, they do music videos like every year.
What does that entail?
It's mostly, its focus is always on their animation.
Okay.
Last time, the last music videos, Imagine Dragons, they did one with Imagine Dragons.
Really?
Yeah. It was really good. And then obviously, but that was back in like, I think it was like 2012. And then, between then and now, they've had this, they've always done a music video every year. Then they had this one, oh wait, I gotta look them up. It's like a K-pop type.
My favorite.
Yeah, there you go. It's a blend between K-pop and Western music style music. It's called KDA.
KDA.
Yeah. Yeah. And then they did a live performance, and it was fully the performance was designed around AR.
That's interesting.
Yeah.
Okay.
And I think that's where AR is going to really shine, is live performance entertainment.
Okay, that's an interesting idea.
Yeah, I know, but I don't know. We'll maybe, and it's going to be interesting to see where it goes. I like to see more here in the U.S. Adopt it, just to really enhance the entertainment experience. I mean, those are just my 2 cents. I mean, obviously It's expensive, and you're going to have to boost up tickets, yada, yada, yada. I get it.
Yeah, I definitely see it as an experimental thing. That's cool for people who can spend that money. It'd be like having an 8K TV right now. Like
you and your 8K TV.
I
saw that. I saw that TV. I saw that. Oh my god!
Was it
70,000.
Jeez.
Yeah.
It's like, yeah, you could own one if you wanted to, but it's kind of pointless. It's still awesome if you have the money, though. Not gonna lie.
Yeah.
It's pretty cool, but seriously.
How much does a Mercedes-Benz cost?
Seriously,
$70,000.
It's ridiculous. That's so stupid for a TV. Come on.
That's half your mortgage right there.
It's not even a monitor. It's a TV. Like, fuck that. I would want a monitor.
But if you had the money, you'd buy it. Don't lie.
I don't know, man. I don't think I would. That's still too much.
You really think
Maybe
so?
20,000.
Yeah. So I didn't really read the specs. It's like an OLED.
I didn't read the specs either.
Yeah, I just saw OLED, and it's just like, I don't care. My TV that I currently have, granted, it's only 1080 and not a 4K upscale. I get it. Yeah. But I'm gonna use it until it blows up on my face.
It's a bold strategy.
Hey,
Because then you can get a hospital bill and a new TV. So that'll work out for you.
Oh, thanks.
So I saw something interesting. It was apparently a few weeks ago, but I missed it. I feel very bad that I missed it. But somebody released a ray trace mod for Minecraft, and it looks awesome. It is so cool.
Ray trace?
Well, yeah. Technically, it's better than that. They called it like line traced. So it's like ray tracing on crack, and it's a completely software driven solution. Because right now the only thing that supports ray tracing is the new like RTX cards from NVIDIA.
Right.
That's a hardware based one. This is a software based.
So it doesn't require the.
Doesn't require no.
Really?
Well, kinda. I mean, still,
wait.
you can run it on a system like that at 720p, and you'll get like 30 frames a second.
No, you can't do that.
Yeah, I swear to God.
What?
And another guy was running it at 1080, and he got 60 frames a second. But I think he had like a new RTX card. What's
the minimum requirement? I'm curious. Though.
I don't know what it is. It's a mod, so it's not like officially released.
Okay.
But it's like one of the coolest things you'll ever see.
So is it just a concept of?
It's a mod. It's a mod.
Okay. Oh, okay. So some fan just.
Yeah.
Okay, I was thinking like it was like the developers were beta testing something new.
I don't think so. I think it's straight mod, just to see if they could do it. And it's weird because it's like one of the least good looking games out there. Like it's Minecraft. It looks like shit.
It's one of the most entertainment.
Right, but they took a game that looks the most shit and made it look like so awesome,
gorgeous.
It's ridiculous. I mean, it's still all blocky and pixelated, but like it looks really cool. Like the lighting bouncing everywhere, and
what about the textures?
Textures look amazing. Like when you see like the dirt, like you can see like every little thing of the dirt, and it's like a realistic version of Minecraft. It is the coolest thing I've ever seen. So I just thought I'd tell you about that. You should check it out later.
I want to scope it out.
Yeah, absolutely. I think the only reason it's
when
possible.
was this? How long is it? So is it available for anybody? If it's a mod, it's got to be open source. So
yeah, it's on the PC.
Okay.
I don't think you could do it on the Xbox or anything like that.
Well, I've got a PC.
The Xbox couldn't run it anyway, probably. I mean, you need a PC like yours. Could probably do it. You know?
Well, I mean, if you can run it on that, then I don't think you need a dual, because I have two graphics cards.
Yeah, you probably don't need that.
Yeah, I mean,
I doubt Minecraft could even use two.
No, I don't. I'd imagine it's just kind of freak out. Like, what do I do with the second card?
It's a lot of games don't like it if you have to. They'll freak out.
Yeah,
yeah. So I can see that, because Minecraft, who would ever do that? Like, who would ever say like 2 graphics cards? I'm running Minecraft, 500 frames a second.
There you go.
Yeah. I don't think anybody would do that. So they probably didn't even.
Well, if I do when I do upgrade to a new graphics card, I'm gonna need a new monitor.
Yeah.
Because I only get the basic. It's like 60 hertz. Like I should have gotten like maybe a 120 hertz.
Yeah. I next time I buy monitors, which will be soon, I'm gonna get like a 144 hertz or something.
Yeah.
That one's only a 72, which is still. For the sake
of refresh rate, man.
Yeah.
God.
Yeah.
Before then, you never. Before then, I mean, I got to be honest. Like before I fully understood the concept of hertz, I mean, I was just taking it for granted. Now that I'm diving into like graphics and now development and learning 3D animation, it's just.
But it also took a step backwards for a while. Back when we were running like CRTs and stuff, like 100 hertz was like normal.
Yeah.
And then once we switched over to like LCD panels and stuff, it like fell to like 30 hertz and then to 60 hertz.
That was back in early 2000s, wasn't it?
Yeah, probably 2005-ish.
Yeah,
probably when everybody started switching over. And there was a whole bunch of like smearing and ghosting and a whole bunch of problems with it.
That was when that was when I remember that. I vaguely remember that was when our U.S. government was pushing more for digital broadcast.
I could see that.
Because I remember, I don't know if that had something to do with it, but I vaguely remember like there were a lot of complaints because I was still working at Best Buy.
Okay.
Yay, brick and mortar. No, that was like between 2005 and 2010. That switch was taking place, and then people were complaining about like because they had to buy an extra box.
Yes.
And then like to fit these TVs weren't keeping up, and the refresh rates were like shitting all over you. And I mean, I didn't even understand the concept, but then like it finally clicked to me. It's like, oh, you spend a little extra cash for that extra hertz. Yeah, because it couldn't keep up.
And that's the thing about PC gaming is why I always feel like that whole master race thing, right? And this is the reason why it's legitimate though, is because no one on a console cares about refresh rates and hertz. And what do they have? 60?
You do when you get the upscale the second tier PlayStation or the Xbox.
One X.
Is it the One X or is it Xbox One?
X. It's the X.
I don't
The
keep
X
up
is the
with
nice
my-
one.
Okay.
That I don't have.
Do you plan on getting it?
Honestly, maybe not. I was for a while, but now that I know that the PS5 is going to come out like next year, like I'm going to just wait for that.
Might as well. God, it feels like it hasn't been that long since the PlayStation 4 released.
Yeah, I guess. Yeah, I counted it up recently, and it's been longer than I thought.
7 years?
Something like that.
Yeah, it's already been 7 years.
So,
already hit that.
yeah, fuck. Yeah.
God.
Might as well just wait at this point, I think.
I'm wondering if Xbox will have a VR or an AR head unit.
I would be surprised if they didn't. A PlayStation has done very well with their VR. I don't see why Xbox wouldn't want to join in. It's just extra money. Why not?
Yeah.
I mean, and they have, Microsoft owns like 10 different headsets already.
Because PlayStation, even though they didn't sell as much as they wanted to, I think last they checked the numbers were about 3 million units. It's not bad for an early adopter
exactly,
market.
It's pretty great.
So if you start pushing, and I'm wondering will they start partnering with independent content creators for who develop VR? Like maybe you yourself could use a kit from PlayStation. Really encourage the community to start putting more content together and release it on the PlayStation Store. Yeah, that's just my take. I mean, they did great with their indie studios and partner up with that community. Maybe it's time to step it up and go into VR community.
I would agree with that. I really would.
I'd be surprised if they didn't go down that route.
They probably already have. I just don't know about it.
Have you ever looked into the PlayStation? You haven't yet?
No. When I first started doing video game design, before I got into the VR stuff, like right when I started, I was like, I want to get this on a real platform. What am I looking at? So on PC, I could do Steam. And I was like, on Xbox, they have a way to get on Xbox. I forget what they call it now. But there was like a group that all you had to do was just sign up and submit your ideas, submit your test build, and they could approve it or disapprove it. And I was like, that's the route I'm going to go, I think. Right. And then I found an Oculus, and I was like, I'm going to go the Oculus route because this is a lot more fun. But I do know that Xbox at least accepts submissions from people like me. Okay. So I would assume PlayStation might, but also I think maybe the reason I didn't look into that is because they didn't. I think maybe the reason was because they were more closed.
They've been really, I don't know.
PlayStation's always closed, they're like that.
I don't know. They're a little finicky. They're either closed or they're really good at establishing relationship, but it's almost like they want to let you inside their house, but for some reason they close it off because it's I don't know. They're so finicky, and then Xbox has this weird habit of just canceling everything. They do. It's I can't figure them out. It's just yeah.
And so I heard something else about Cyberpunk 2077.
Oh no, this better not be some more SJW shit.
No, because I know we talked about it recently.
Yeah.
Probably like 2 episodes ago or something. We talked about Cyberpunk. We were just both saying how great it's going to be and how we're excited about it and stuff.
Make Cyberpunk great again.
The one line that stuck out in this interview with one of the creators is he said a lot of it has changed since that video that we released, the 42 minutes of gameplay or whatever it was.
Is that something to be worried about?
I know. It's like, I don't know. Is that good or is that bad? He kind of said it like it was a good thing. He was saying basically that when that video came out, most of the game was not done, and now that the game has sort of found its way onto its feet, is things have changed, but maybe in a good way. I assume in a good way. I hope it's not. I'm
about to have a heart attack, man, because I hate it when they come out and say shit like that,
I know.
and you just take a step back, like, oh God, please don't say that.
I know. I know.
Everything we saw in that 40-minute, like even the 15-minute little teaser was consistent with the 40-minute gameplay that they put out. And then now you're and you just spilt this one on me.
I didn't know what to say when I saw it. I was like, is that a good thing or a bad thing?
Was this a tweet or was this like
it was like an interview, like a full, I think in like a magazine or something.
Fuck. God. Now, man, if it was a video, it might be better. It might be easier to take it in as context of what he's trying to get at.
Well, maybe we'll look it up and see if it is on a video.
Versus reading it. Now the interpretation is up to me. It's like, how do you want to interpret this? I don't know. These are just words that I'm reading. I don't know what or how he's saying it. I feel like
the way he said it made it sound like it was a good thing.
What was it? Do you know what the headline said?
No.
Oh, fuck.
No,
now I'm nervous.
They talked about the game a lot, so this was just one line
that kind of just
stuck out. Like, what do you mean a lot's changed? You can't just say that. Drop that in an interview. What's wrong with you?
Yeah.
You know?
Oh, man.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think something like that should have been better recorded versus putting it on paper. It can easily be taken out of context. You ever notice that? Like, you read something and you don't know how he's saying it versus like if you do see it and hear it on video or any other streaming form, you know exactly where he's getting at.
Absolutely.
You know?
Absolutely. It happens to me all the time. Yeah. No, I'm serious. Like in politics, that happens all the time. I'll read something, somebody said, can you believe he said this? So I'll go and look it up, and I'll find usually like a clip. And I'm like, he was joking. Come on, you can't take a joke. And they're like, you could tell he's serious. And I'm like, I don't know, man. If you watch it, he's like laughing. So I feel like it's a joke. Maybe I'm crazy here. But yeah, if you read it on paper, it sounds pretty bad.
Yeah, it's like,
I see what you're saying.
Fucking asshole.
Yeah. yeah. So I see
Oh,
what you're
man.
saying.
Things to be looking forward to that I really want to touch base on, but I don't think we're going to have a lot of time because it's going to like drag on to a longer conversation. So we are going to have to wrap it up.
Oh, okay.
What I do want to do is like leave a little quick video for that AR experience of the League of Legends video. Oh. So hopefully you guys will enjoy it. It's something from, he's getting a little turned on right now.
You said AR and they just... Bing!
God.
Sorry.
Yeah,
Go
from
ahead.
the League of Legends video, something I know it's a little old, but from last year, but it's definitely kind of cool. Other than that, guys, if you haven't hit the subscribe button, please do so right now. And there's that finger again. And hit the bell icon for more updates. Guys, my name's Chow, your co-host, checking out.
Lately, I've been trying to call him by his gangster name, which was what was it?
I don't know.
It was something like No Shit Chow.
No,
something like that.
God, just
What's my gangster name again? Porcupine.
yeah, I was gonna go with Porcupine.
Yeah.
You were saying that you were a rat, but you know.
That's a bad thing with gangster.
And we'll see you guys next week.